Hey there, this is Nate from Aubit Sound, and today I'm going to bring you Chain Pop, our greatest pack so far. And today we're going to look at one of the project files. There's actually 3 included, all inspired by Chainsmokers. And so I'm going to play this through, and then we're going to take a closer look at it. Please enjoy. So, first things first, I know all you guys are really wanting to hear this by itself. Beautiful. For obvious copyright reasons, we can't give you the exact melody. Sad day. Anyway, we're going to keep going, and I want to show you guys basically like the composition of the drop and how it was like put together, and then we'll go into some like MIDI stuff. The way that the chords and the lead blend is awesome. This is something that the Chainsmokers are really good at doing. I haven't been a fan of until they did it, which is layering. For a long time, I used to always think, man, I just want to make sure that everything sticks out. I want to make sure that what I have is prominent and clean and clear. I used to think that layering got in the way of that, but only if you suck at it. Now, at the same time, it's okay if you suck at it, because here we're going to learn how to do it. So, we have these chords. Sick. Now the chords are literally a preset called Inside Out, and we have like, you have a distortion option. It kind of filters it, makes it like harder. And then we also have this is the layer. Now, the reason why this layer is happening is because what's happening is this allows the note that they want in the chord to be more prominent than the rest, which kind of makes sense from at a face level, but you need to hear the difference. So here's the chords, and then I'm going to show you basically A and B it, right? So show you with and without. Do you hear that? You hear the difference, especially after like hearing it by itself. You can hear it with everything, like, but like it's subtle without knowing that it's really there. Here's the weird part: it allows more room for the melody to come out, which is strange to think about, because you're like, well, I mean, that's more sound coming out of the speaker, and with more sound coming out of the speaker, you would think the melody would clash, but not exactly. What's happening is we're not thinking right now in terms of volume, but in terms of tone. Now, if you look at these chords, right, I'm not going to get too deep into it. I'm just going to say, like, you have a chord, right? Then you have the melody, which is basically these 2 notes. And if I play those together, right, it's got a nice thing going on. But the chord itself has a note that it really emphasizes on, which is why like you play a C major chord, like you're going to hear C, right? Like that's the thing that comes up in your head. But when you layer things, it changes where you perceive it. So like where the main note is in the chord, which is really nice if you're not like wanting to really focus on like the inversion or tablature of a chord. If you don't know what that is, go ahead and Google it. It's a lot. That's like a whole nother video. Hopefully, maybe I'll do it. But like, listen to the difference, right? Right, especially here. What's happening is it's taking your ear's attention away from the notes that the melody needs in order for it to be strong. And that's good because you want the melody to be more prominent than the chords. And sometimes like when you make stuff, like if it doesn't sound right or something like that, just try this. Like if you have a chord, try whichever note of the chord in a layer. The Chainsmokers are incredible at that, and I think that's partially why they sound so good. Like, great stuff. To the basses, we have our basic 808 and a sub. I actually added the sub. Like, the sub and the 808 are basically the same thing, but I just doubled it over and it beefed the track up. So all y'all in the comments saying, hey, what the frick are you doing? I'm doing this because I want to, okay? And it's fine. And moving on to distorted bass. Here's the thing about this. The distorted bass is like a crackling layer with the chords. And I wanted to give like that slight grittiness that the Chainsmokers had in their chords, but I couldn't fit it in the chord, so I just threw it in the bass track because I have a bass that sounds amazing up an octave. I wanted the layer to be there to match what the Chainsmokers was doing. And then we have this, which is the build up, but just in the drop, which sounds awesome. And then the drums are probably what you guys are really wanting. So let me just show you what we have. First we have a trigger, and the trigger is what's causing everything to dip. If I open up my sidechain track, all of my tracks, the synths and basses, go through the sidechain. And the sidechain, allows things to dip. So let me just really make it strong so you guys can hear it. Right, play with everything. Great stuff. Dial it back to -20. Yeah, I think there's a loop of this in the pack, but I really wanted to just let you guys see how it actually came out. So cool. And 2 kicks, because we have one kick that's significantly harder than the other, and then the hip hop kick. And altogether, it's got some nice tone. Another layer as well is here. I know a lot of people give the Chainsmokers flack for their chord progressions because I studied theory. I know you got 1 2 3 2 1. If any of you guys don't know what that means, I recommend you look up degrees of a scale, specifically degrees of a scale, because it shows you, obviously, if you're in like C is 1, D is 2, E is 3, and so forth, so on and so forth. And the Chainsmokers get a lot of flack for kind of just going bum 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 bum, and it's not an issue if people are just mad because it's easy and they think that the Chainsmokers are lazy and getting away with it. But in my personal opinion, if you have something that works, don't be afraid to grow on that and take advantage of it. Alternatively, the Chainsmokers have been changing their sound frequently as of today. Like Somebody, that song just came out. Wow, love that song. You guys, I hope you enjoyed it. If you want to enjoy this pack, go get it. It's so cool. 60 presets, 100 drum loops. I don't even know how many MIDI. I don't even know how many guitars. It's off the hook incredible. Go get it, enjoy it, and check out more of Aubit's stuff. Yeah, have a good night, and I'll see you next time.